Good morning, everybody. We'll be doing the morning market prep as always. So let's get started with NQ, which is the Nasdaq futures. Okay, so if we go to the 5-minute, I already have my levels plotted, and they haven't really changed the past couple of days, right? We've kind of exploded from CPI, PPI, FOMC, whatever, and we've kind of just been in this range. Same kind of concept as this, right? We go up, we stay in range, we go up, stay in range, and we probably go up. But we're just trading in this range right now. So we have a couple levels, right? We have the 19,440, which is a pretty strong level, which marks this right here. You can kind of see how it holds the first initial pop, holds here, whatever. So we have this 440 level. Let me change that actually. 437, 40. There you go. Whoa. There you go. And we have this kind of zone right here where we were holding the whole time. This was the 495 to 500 area. This was pretty important because this was a low volume node to start with. And then it eventually, it still kind of is a low volume node. It's where not a lot of volume is traded. And then this action here kind of ruined it. But so every time we go to 495 to 500, we bounce immediately, right? We know it's a very, very, very strong support. Here we bounce right away. Here we bounce right away. All this action, all these wicks, we bounce right away. So we know this 495 to 500 area is pretty strong. And we have this kind of resistance around, 557 to 560. It was support here, and now it's resistance. It was kind of a resistance here as well. So we have this 557 area, we'll say. All right, tiny bit. And we kind of have this resistance back at 616, I'm sorry. Can you see how it was resistance a little bit here? It broke above, and then it held here as well. You could kind of tell it's like it's an area of interest where action is respected, right? Where there might be a player there, a big trader there. It was kind of resistance into the close. It tried to hold right here and it didn't, and then it rejected right here, and then this is what it flushed down. And then the 55 area you could see was rejecting. Now we're right above. So I kind of expect this. The next level I have would be somewhere around somewhere here, right? This area of rejection. So somewhere around 580 to 590 is where I could see a possible next rejection. Or we could possibly go higher to 616 and then come back down. But we're trading in this wide range, right? Between 440 and 683. So you want to only trade on the edges. You don't want to get chopped up in the middle and take a loss, go long here, take a loss here, then for it to go up later, right? 30-minute is the exact same thing. We're just trading in this zone. Nothing really too interesting. You could kind of see this resistance right here as well. By going down to the 30-minute, anywhere like in this box right here, which is 650 to 660, 670, and then we have the absolute high of 690. Okay, and we go to ES, and very similar structure, right? We went up, we're staying in a range, but the thing is ES is making lower lows. So low 1, low 2, low 3, it's going down compared to NQ, where NQ is holding, right? It's lower 1 and then it's holding both those. So that's a divergence you want to note, because ES could come down to 53.92, and under 53.92 this could pull back a lot more, because 53.92 is where the CPI pump was. That was the CPI news candle. So under 53.92 we could pull back to potentially 53.40, where now that we're accepting under that range, we could go back to this range, so and then I'd probably expect 53.40 to hold. I don't know if we're gonna go there. I'm just saying if we break under 53.92, I'd be very careful. Okay, so let's get to ES. There's some support here at 54.18. It was support here, it was kind of support here, broke under, then it came right back above, and now it's being resistance here. We have this resistance level of 54.30. You can kind of see how it's trying to hold here, We could go down to the 5-minute real quick. You can kind of see how the 54.30 is kind of important. It was holding a bunch of stops here, was trying to reject here, support here, here, kind of rejected this area, started to struggle only around this area, and then once it got above it, started accelerating, started to slow down only at 54.30 again. So you could see how it was kind of doing whatever it wants here. And the moment it got to 54.30, it started slowing down a lot, and then back to 54.18. It's like a zone. It's not really an exact level. It's like 54.16 to 54.21, somewhere here, right? We kind of see how it's also an important pivot. Held right here, tried to hold right here. It's rejecting, so it bounced and it's trying to reject 54.18. If we're not able to get above this 54.20, I could see us going down back to the 53.92, where we'd make a logical fourth low, right? Low, 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 reject, come back to this fourth low. Not really predicting. I'm just saying if it doesn't break over 54.20 at the open, this could, next level down would be this 53.92 area. Let's change it to 53.94 because that's where the candle started, somewhere around here. And you just have to note the divergence between both of them. So you're not, trying to long NQ when ES is trying to make lower lows to 53.94. That's basically it. So I'm just looking for a rejection. I would be watching for, not looking for a rejection. I'm watching for a rejection at this 570 area on NQ for us to go down to, this 485, for us to break this low and, kind of liquidity sweep it and go to like somewhere around 485. And same thing with ES. Would be looking down for a rejection at the 20s. For ES, I'd be watching for a rejection at the 20s for a possible move lower to the 94. If it gets over 20, this thing probably goes back to 54.30 and then 54.45. There's the Michigan news in 2 hours, so you just want to watch for that. And that's it for me for the market prep. I'll see you guys live in 30-40 minutes. Take care, everybody.